Time to do some sketchy shit. Doo-dah, doo-dah. Hope I get away with it. Oh, da doo-dah day.
Hello, folks. I'm Dan Hallville. Welcome to Stupid O'Clock. Joe Dog is going to roast the hell out of me tonight. So,
what makes
this is not the green room. Remember,
the only real job Dan has now. Okay.
Last man standing is his real job.
Fixing the kitchen for Lindsay is my real job from now on.
So, how do you like them comments, Dan?
Actually, there were a couple of them that could have actually come from the people that I work for.
Yeah.
There's a couple of them. Like,
Yeah.
I can't believe you didn't get. We're totally surprised you didn't get fired first.
That's one. That's one. Yep.
One of the ones I liked was the 2 6-month vacations per year.
The one about being fired first, that's some people said that to me.
Well, actually, my retirement started out as me getting fired, and I said, hold on a minute. I'm eligible to retire, right? Yeah. Okay. Let's just do it this way. So it's one of those that, the guy's looking at me going, oh, yeah, okay, yeah, you go ahead and retire. And I said, good, that means you're going to pay me for the rest of my life not to come back down here.
Oh, Josh is here. Remember, you promised he could be on the programs.
Yeah, send him a link to this for tonight.
Okay, let me
hold on a minute.
I'll get it.
I've unplugged my ears. Hold on a second. Okay.
Go for it, John. I haven't got Messenger
I'm on it.
fired up.
Yeah, send it straight to him.
Before I take off, because I'm fading fast and so is my voice, here's your retirement, Dan.
Thank you very much. And as I said to the people at work today, you're on your own.
It's your fault now. Yeah.
Very much.
Josh, send it to your
By the way.
Okay.
But I'll see you guys later. I'll
Night, Joe.
hopefully
Good night,
have
Joe.
more of a voice for a green room. So
I hope so.
All right. Get well
See you
soon,
later.
JoJo. All
Get
right.
well, Joe.
Poor guy.
He's out of here.
Yep. Oh, my supervisor told me today that I made the right choice taking all my 5 weeks of vacation starting in January because that gave him ammunition to
Ah.
convince management that I do need to be replaced and my job should not be done away with.
Ooh. Very good.
Yes.
Did you have some problems while you were gone, maybe?
Yeah, after he went on vacation, they set fire to the building.
They set fire to the building about once a week. They always have. No, it seems that none of the kids are willing to actually
Mm-hmm.
try and do any
Do
of
work for the
parts
paycheck.
of my job because if they do, it'll become their job.
Mm-hmm.
And he would rather have somebody specialize in doing my job than have it spread out amongst people that already have too much to do.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Kiri, you need a job? You willing to move to Athens?
If they'll pay me enough, if they'll pay for my relocation and everything.
You know how you could get that job in about 30 seconds flat?
What?
Go down there, talk to the manager, and tell him you've been putting up with Dan for the last 5 years. Yeah. They will hire you on the spot. Right?
You think that's how that works, huh?
Or either that or they escort him to the door by
One
shirt,
of the
collar,
they
and
either
seat of
kick you
pants.
out of Georgia or it's give you the job.
I don't know whether to advise you to tell them that I trained you or to advise you not to tell them that I trained you.
No. Here's what you tell them. I'm here despite the fact that I know Dan. Okay.
There you go.
Hello, Nicholas. Oh,
Hey, Nick.
Right.
thank you very much.
Nick.
Yeah,
We were already giving Dan a hard time.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
We were already giving Dan a hard time in the background that he's got to still set his alarm for Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, Nick, just for you.
That's the only reason I get up with an alarm clock in the morning now, but at least it's 3 hours later,
3
3 and
hours
3/4
later.
later.
A 3-hour break.
I do still have an alarm in my phone for conventions in case I absolutely positively have to wake up and go to breakfast. I heard a ping.
Hey, you loved going to the Waffle House with us.
Yes, I did. That's why I got up early.
That must
Hello,
be nice.
Josh.
I'm not allowed to go to damn Waffle House that weekend.
And Richie's here too.
Hey, Rich.
All
You know it's
right.
bad when you get kicked out of the Waffle House.
No, I'm not allowed to leave the property.
Yeah.
I have seen that before. I mean, our Waffle House has it has a wall of shame for the employees to look at and let know who not to ever come back in there again. Thankfully, I've never made the wall of shame, but I'm working on it.
What the hell do you have to do to get on the wall of shame at Waffle House?
Throw a chair.
Yeah, throw a chair.
Without being an employee.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's okay if you're an employee.
Dan, Fritz's wife had a chair. It's an old, they call those Navy chairs at the Waffle House. They're designed on the Navy chair.
Yeah, the big steel frame. Yeah.
She actually had one. And I said, she said, posted up a bunch of pictures of stuff for sale. And I said, how much for the Waffle House throwing chair?
I'm surprised somebody hasn't made that a contest.
Hey, Michaela. Hey, Rich.
Of
hey,
long distance chair throwing. You know, it's just like
Good.
like an Olympic event.
Sponsored
So
by
it's time
Waffle
to
House.
replace pumpkin chunkin.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But
Or
without
have-
the cannon, it's
Or just have that after pumpkin chunkin. That would be a good contest.
I like
for
your thinking, Kerry.
Well, pumpkin chunkin is going to have to be moved up this year because we are moving the charity auction to 4 p.m.
Ooh.
so we can get our Saturday night entertainment in.
Oh.
Does
What
that
is our
include
Saturday night
stupid
entertainment?
Do y'all really find me
Just
stumbling
remember,
around?
no touching, and
drunk?
the next person that uses quarters on me, I'm going to slap.
What?
Oh, wrong type of entertainment. Never mind.
You want to see what we're gonna pump your chunk with your pumpkin, huh?
He was gonna do some pole dancing, but he said no quarters.
We'll make John
Dollar
Piker
bill.
look shame.
Wow. I have seen a couple of dancers. You give them a $5 bill, they can make change. I'm not saying how.
And you wouldn't believe how they dispense the quarters.
There are so many things that I'm thinking right now, John.
Rolls of pennies. That's all
Here
I'm
you go,
saying.
baby.
Rolls
Ding,
of
ding, ding,
pennies.
ding, 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 ding.
Hey, have you ever seen the one that can sort them by year?
That's even more impressive than the little girl that can tie the cherry stem with her tongue.
And you thought the Coinstar machine was impressive. Let me tell you.
Hey Donna, or hey Rich, Donna's gonna start saving dollar bills if you're gonna start pole dancing.
Oh my!
With my knees would be crutch dancing.
We can find an audience for that.
Well, you can use my cane and your cane and just lean up against the pole, and we'll be fine.
I grew up in the early years of the internet, and okay. Oh yeah, because I didn't start growing up until I was in my 20s. So yeah, I know all sorts of categories for people like me that there's people out there for that type of stuff. I don't know what medication they need to help them, but I know they're out there.
Oh, did y'all see that video I posted on the
We don't look
Uncle
at your
Carl's
videos,
page
Joe.
that says, we could move back in the 80s. That's probably why we can't walk and move today.
Okay, I did see that one.
I wonder how much cocaine that guy snorted before going on that show.
Can you make your feet do that?
I'm going to use a
If
southern
someone
one.
touches the right nerve in my brain, yeah.
Hey, Don, I'm going to use the southern word, used to could.
I actually know how to spell that.
Now, Dan,
let's not power back Michaela. There was actually just north of here. There was a tornado today.
Oh.
Just north of here, which is still north of Michaela. But yeah, there was a tornado.
Wow.
What, Canada?
Don, all you got to do is go outside and give it the look. It'll go away.
Did it
And
originate?
travel further east towards me.
Did it originate in Keisha's area?
Yeah, I was watching Josh's
She
weather.
got the haunted stick out again.
I was watching Josh's Weather Network the other day, and they were talking about all the tornadoes went through Florida. I was like,
Yeah, this one was southeast Chicago today.
Oh, did you see the one of the video of the tornado going across the snow-capped Rocky Mountains?
Oh, that'd be cool looking.
Didn't see
Yeah.
that.
Snow-nado. And honest to God, true to God, by golly, snow-nado.
Now we know where the radio tower went.
There'll be 3 TV shows about it next week.
yeah, hey, Josh,
So if a snow NATO meets
what
a fire
did you do
NATO,
with that? What did you do
was
with
that
that
create a
radio
steam
antenna?
NATO?
Oh, what?
I said, if that snow NATO meets a fire NATO, would that be a steam NATO?
Or a melt
More
NATO.
than likely. And now, Carrie, you wanted to ask me something?
Yeah, I've been told one thing. I've been told that there is one problem with retirement, and that is you never get a day off.
Yeah, that is true.
True.
But he'll have a lot of off days.
Well, it depends on whether or not you're married.
Well, that's true.
Touching that.
Because there is a whole barrel of honey-do list waiting on you.
Have you ever seen the Dead Sea Scrolls? The honeydew list she's got for me is like 10 times as long as all of them spliced together.
I'm not touching that. I'm not touching it.
That's because
That's Carl's honeydew list
we're
rolled
gonna
up
see
there.
something come behind him and touch him.
Carl's not touching that.
I wouldn't touch
Come
that
on,
with a
Carl,
10-foot
just touch
pole.
it a little
Okay, there
bit.
you go. It's actually a chopstick, but if you do this, it looks like a 10-foot pole.
Yeah.
Roman Polanski, the original 5-foot pole you wouldn't want to touch anybody with.
John, the tip poles at Diamonds and Lace. Do you remember that when those came in, or were you overseas at the time?
I was overseas at the time. I had better titty bars.
Yeah,
I am so sorry for the images that went through my head when you said that.
the city passed an ordinance that you couldn't put the dollar bills into the G strings. So they had these, the club had to get these 5-foot, 11-inch poles, glue a clothespin on the end that you put the dollar bills in, and had to reach and hand to the dancer.
Carl's prepared.
Dr. Claw is amongst us.
But John, am I telling a story on that one, or is that?
Not that I'm aware of, but there was this bar in Frankfurt, Germany, and it's just up from the train station. Dr. Mueller's Sex Center.
Oh.
It is in a 5-story building, takes up a good quarter of a block. Okay. The ground floor is just basic porn and porn videos and stuff like that. And every floor you go up in that place gets weirder and weirder.
John spent most of his time on the top.
I couldn't get past the bouncer to get into the 5th floor because I was wearing clothes.
Whoa.
Oh.
John, the fire escapes are a thing. You could have got to the roof.
No, this was like the middle of February in Germany. I'm not going to take my damn clothes off.
And
Other people apparently were.
Okay, because
you don't.
Okay,
You don't
wait a
have
minute.
to take your clothes off to use the fire escape.
If I knew for certain I could get my clothes back, no problem. But I ain't leaving that place and trying to get back to the train station in the middle of February in Germany.
and
Darkers. Yeah. That's all right. The police cars are nice and warm there, I understand.
The question,
some of us are built for that weather.
you were sitting there and they won't let you in because you didn't have clothes, and so I'm assuming people on the other side of the door didn't have their clothes either. Was there like a pile of clothes on the outside of the door?
Lockers, like a bus station.
Ooh.
Where would you keep the key?
Good question.
On a chain around your neck.
There's multiple places, Rich, that could.
Hey, I'm
Let's put it
just
this way,
guessing.
I wasn't
Don't know
real
for sure.
interested.
I've never been to Germany.
Okay.
If it wasn't
so
cold,
much that,
you could put the chain around something else, I suppose. But
yeah.
Depending
wasn't
where
so
you
much
put it,
that
you might get hidden even further, depending on what floor you go to.
Here's the problem. Here's the problem. Where has that key been before?
Okay.
I've seen Deadpool. I'm not answering that question.
Hand sanitizer.
I don't think they
What?
make enough. I don't think Germany makes enough hand sanitizer for that one. Okay.
Oh. There's not enough brain bleach in the universe. To
There,
cope with
there is
that.
a word. There's a word for that in German. 9.
Yeah.
Well,
Great. Now I've got Ramstein in my head.
You know, they put those little.
Not touching that one either.
They put that big cylinder thing on the back of the locker keys, which just kind of, yeah. Okay. Anyway,
Well, shit, it ain't working. Never mind.
there you go. Okay.
yeah, that's what John said when he got off the elevator. that ain't
no,
working.
No. There isn't an elevator.
Oh, okay.
It's too old a building for that. There are stairs, and the second floor is kind of weird because it's mostly sex toys and stuff.
Yeah.
The third floor is where they do the demonstrations.
Okay, before we go any further,
Time to do some sketchy shit. Doo-dah, doo-dah. Hope I get away with it. Oh, the doo-dah day.
Oh,
Had to put the disclaimer in.
Hey, John, the disappointment would be when you get in the room and it's just people going around in a circle with a key sticking out of their behind.
Can you imagine? Well, here was the joke at the time. Can you imagine if IKEA made sex toys? You have to put them together yourself. It's like, nice.
All right, now we're good.
I don't know about good, but we can be good at it.
Now here's what's
Daddy
fun.
always said, if you can't be good at it.
See, those of you who are sitting here right now listening to this to me tell the story, you don't
And
know
Mama
if I'm
said there'd
telling,
always be days like this.
you don't know if I'm telling the truth or not. Okay. Now here's what's funny. All the guys that were stationed in Germany that have actually been to the place that I just mentioned are like, yes! Okay. It's
And those of you who know John have no doubt as to his veracity.
I was a nice young man.
And those
when
of
I
us who know Germany have no doubt to his veracity.
I was a nice young man when I walked through the front door of that store.
Okay, I'm calling
I didn't
bullshit
come out
on
that
that.
way. Okay, it's
Have you ever been a nice young man?
yes,
Well, you're nice, but have you ever been a young man?
long ago. Yes.
Time to do some sketchy shit.
Where the
For
hell
about
know
30
it- you know
minutes
it's
somewhere in the
bad.
70s.
You know what's bad is when you're having your youth questioned by Fred Flintstone over there. Anyway, yabba dabba doo. Okay,
Yeah, it's about like getting your leg gnawed off by Fred Rogers.
welcome back, Josh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Josh is the best behaved one of us so far.
Yeah, no kidding.
Hey, first
I have been a perfect angel so far.
being
Well, hey, demons are angels, folks.
Okay.
It's so far.
I'd say perfect,
Dawn,
but you're no angel.
Dawn, just remember, demons are also angels.
Yeah. Lucifer was one before he fell.
Yeah. Matter of fact, Lucifer was the angel.
Well, you remember half the fun of the Dean Martin celebrity roast was when the celebrity got up at the end and roasted everybody back.
Mm-hmm.
Some of those items of witty repartee were never broadcast,
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I'm sure.
but they are available on YouTube.
Oh, Dan, have you ever seen the one where they roasted Don Rickles?
I watched it in real time when it was brand new because I knew who Don Rickles was. Well, I knew who
It came time for Don Rickles to get up and do the rebuttal. everybody got up and left.
It's like, oh, well, my ego's too small to take this, Don.
Give up now and walk away.
The absolute master of snarky comments is now approaching the podium.
Are you sure it was
Yeah.
her ego that was?
Hey, I hear my mom calling. I got to go now. Your mom died 5 years ago. Yeah, I know. Damnedest thing.
Wait a minute. One of my bucket list items used to be being insulted by Don Rickles.
Is he still with us? We can arrange it.
No.
I don't know.
No, he passed.
That's one of those.
We lost
Okay,
Don
got a
about,
Ouija board? We can arrange it.
we lost Don about 5-10 years ago.
Well, yeah, these things slip my memory because in my memory they're still here.
Mm-hmm.
All of them.
Yeah, the way things pop up on YouTube and stuff like that all the time, you still think people are alive.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, hell, Reagan would be 115.
Wow.
You mean he wasn't?
How about those Cubs?
Yeah.
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 I was just on
There's
Google
your
Maps.
furry.
I was trying to find Dr. Mueller's sex center. They have redone the building. It doesn't look anything like it used to be, but apparently he's still in there. So
They just finally got somebody in there with some carpet cleaners and freshened the place up a bit.
Hope so.
talk about hazmat. Jeez.
No, you just have to burn that son of a bitch down and start all over.
That's what I was wondering.
Yeah. A couple of 100 pounds of napalm would do wonders for that.
It didn't work during World War II. It was still there. Anyway.
That's because nobody dared bomb it.
And then Joe Dog came along.
But what's funny was there was a James Bond movie where Pierce Brosnan was playing James Bond. He was driving around Frankfurt, and he actually drove right past the place. And it's actually in the James Bond movie. That's
cool.
Hey, Joe Dog, is SpaceX going to try to relaunch tonight? Or
I don't know.
Well, I didn't know if you knew or not.
Where's Zach?
Where's Zachy when we need him?
Yeah.
Really?
Well,
He's watching the launch.
I got some bad news about Zach.
Oh dear.
Oh no.
Zach is moving to Europe.
Oh.
Eurozach.
Within the next week.
Wow.
Yeah.
Where in Europe? It's kind of a big, continent.
Wait a minute, I heard was that?
That was Josh.
Josh left, came back in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
I didn't touch nothing.
I blame the wind.
I blame Joe.
Next SpaceX
It's that missing antenna in Alabama, the radio station.
We know it was you, Josh.
Mm-hmm.
I was looking. No, next SpaceX launches tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow evening at 7:43.
Oh,
or 7:34. Okay.
Sorry, I have a previous engagement in the green room about that.
Damn
time.
dyslexia.
Tell me about it.
But they did roll the big booster back to the launch pad today. So we're looking possibly end of the month.
Oh.
He had one the other day that I thought was coming in a little too fast, but it landed, and I guess it landed on the land.
Yeah, I mean it's.
Yeah, I thought.
Talk about sticking the landing. This one stuck it like a dart, huh?
They call it a suicide burn.
Really? Wow.
I mean that's the actual phrase for it. Suicide burn.
Just barely enough to stop before it's an inch off the ground.
It runs out of fuel at like an inch and a half off the ground.
Jeez. Wow.
That's some high-powered math there.
Yeah.
And Michaela, I'm sorry. When I read the comment about snow NATO, my dyslexia kicked in, and I apologize for the visions that went through my head right then.
Mm.
But you looked really good, honey. What was that smirk I saw?
Whose? Did we all smirk?
I was not looking at all of us.
Who are you looking at?
Aurora.
Oh, we saw her today.
Oh.
Just saying.
You saw who?
Aurora.
Mike, Jimmy, Larsa de Bruin.
Mike.
Oh, okay.
De Brown, I should call him. Yeah, his daughter made an appearance while Mom heated up the bottle, and he had to hold her and try to keep us all entertained during his show. And then she was crying later, I guess, and he had to mute it while he draws. And so he played some of Dan's music.
Oh, wow. I am really excited that so many people are playing my music nowadays on shows.
And it was kind of funny because
Especially
we
to
came
put
up about
babies to
background
sleep.
music. We're like, who was it? Me and Donna or
Put
me and
babies
Carl?
to
But come
sleep.
down.
I could put entire countries to sleep with the 9th album. I mean, that's what it was there for. The working title was "This'll Put You to Sleep." It did me while I was writing it, much less mixing it.
Dad, wake up!
Won't be the first time.
Nope.
Won't be the last time.
Nope.
No.
Hi, Donna.
Look out, Joe!
Uh-oh.
She's right behind
Ambush.
you.
Yeah.
Hey, Donna.
They're saying hi.
Hi, old man. Bye,
Hi,
retired
Donna.
old man.
Ooh.
Wow.
See, now you got to put up shit what I got to put up with.
But they love me though.
I'm not going
Yeah.
to tell her that.
I warned you about the damn frying pan, Joe Dog.
Careful,
One of
Donna.
these
This is
days.
video evidence in court.
I know. Yeah, what?
Mark down this time. How long have we been on here now? I need to get a screenshot of that.
33 minutes. Okay.
33 minutes, about 15 seconds.
3302, I think.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'll get a screenshot of that tomorrow.
Boom, boom.
I was trying to protect y'all, and she beat the hell out of me.
That's
Real
what you get.
cases, real
That's what you
courtrooms.
get for getting
Joe
in
Dog just
between
got
me and a
smacked.
pretty girl. Pretty
That'll
girl beat your ass up.
be captioned by, what do you mean you're going to the green room? Smack.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh, she brought a weapon in.
Oh, she
Uh-oh.
What the hell? I thought it was a frying pan there for a minute.
That is a weapon.
It's
This is Bobby. Look how big she's getting.
Bobby.
Hey,
Weapon
yeah,
of mass distraction.
Uh-oh.
Oh, a puppy.
Now she's bringing out the big guns.
Oh, shoot.
I was reading
Damn.
something on the internet earlier today. They said, the gates of hell are guarded by a 3-headed dog. They never said what breed of dog. My money's on Chihuahua.
Yeah.
Mm.
Hey, she's a big.
Yeah, there's the
Hey,
safety.
Eurozak.
Ah,
Eurozak.
Temporary Eurozak.
Oh,
Oh, it's only temporary? Oh,
Yes.
man. See, now, Zach, where in Europe are you
I
temporarily?
cannot hear you. This is in my ear.
Look,
What?
I said her legs are in gray.
Yes, she's old.
All over. Well, not all over. England to start, and then basically I'll be there for 3-ish months over the course of this year.
Okay.
But I'm going for a bit. Hopefully, in the next few weeks, I'm going. Things are slow, but there's one thing I'm waiting on to pull the trigger. And once I get that notice, it's going to be a jump on a plane. Nothing space related, other related. And then I've got events in September and October in England and Italy.
The
Wait a minute,
Brady Bunch. The Brady
As
Bunch.
long as you don't have to jump out of the
can't-
plane when you get there.
We can't do the Brady Bunch.
That's okay. We can make Dan really big. Happy retirement, Dan.
Thank
Happy
you.
That's why we both showed
I'll be
up.
back in a couple of minutes. Misty came
Hey,
home.
Zach.
I'll be back
are
when I
you
can. Misty came home and she seems to be in a mood. So I'll be back.
Okay.
Hopefully.
Good luck.
If not,
Don't
I'll have
let
a search
us
party.
stop you. And I-
Don't get hit.
Turn the camera off.
Did he
Please.
say? Did he say?
There we go.
Did he say in a mood or in the mood?
In the mood.
In-
Yes.
Wait a
Oh,
minute.
no.
There you go.
No, I think he's in a mood.
Good luck, soldier. Okay.
I just want everybody to know that I don't like this position.
That's not what you said
Okay,
last
Alice,
night.
here you go.
I was going to say, because I am not Peter.
Can you give me some ice cream?
What kind are you eating tonight? Oh, cherry cordial.
I still have some left over from when I got it from Christmas.
You know that particular one never came to our store. Everything else, yeah, everything else I could find, but that one could never find it. What's going on?
Hey, Zach.
Oh,
I
thank
shall
you.
return.
Thank you,
going to
Carrie.
Germany at all?
Most likely at some point, yes.
Okay.
Once
if
or
you
twice.
go to Frankfurt, okay. If you walk straight out of the Frankfurt train station and just head straight down the street,
Hi, Adam.
about 3 blocks, you'll run into this place called Dr. Mueller's.
Uh-huh.
I highly recommend that you spend a little bit of time in Dr. Mueller's establishment.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Now, Andrew seems to know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just checking.
And then make sure you visit the Hofbrauhaus.
The what?
The Hofbrauhaus.
Yeah.
Brau is in beer.
Okay.
Hey, we had one of those in Peoria and it shut down when COVID happened.
No,
I know for a fact that I'll be going to Augsburg, I think it is.
Augsburg. I went to a school in Augsburg, strangely.
Okay. And then if I can get tickets to a concert in Munich.
Ooh. I never got it. Well, I went to back in the day they called it primary leadership development course. It was when you were transiting from being a specialist to a corporal or sergeant. And you had to go to the basic NCO leader course. And that just happened to be at Augsburg. So but to give you an idea of how long ago this was, the Commodore computer cartridges were on sale at the PX. Well,
Damn, John.
because they were clearing out the Commodores and going to Apples.
Where is the Hofbrauhaus again?
I believe they had the Apple IIe and IIc.
Wow.
Yes, I'm that damn old. Cheers.
It's okay, Dan's older.
Where did Dan go?
I was going to say, where is Dan?
You had to go down the hall again, maybe.
Where's Josh? We just lost everybody all of a sudden.
I'm still here.
Oh,
I'm just eating ice
yeah,
cream.
but you're eating ice cream. That don't count. Oh, there's Josh.
Be back.
Well, I can't drink, so I figured I better eat some ice cream.
Zach, if you do go to Munich, make sure you go to the Hofbrauhaus.
You'll know if I'm going or not. I messed up on the ticket pre-sale yesterday, so I'm going to have to try to get tickets on resale. So doubtful, but hopefully.
Damn.
Fingers crossed for you.
Now, if you like walking, the best city in Germany for walking.
Do I look like I walk?
I was not going to make that assumption. Thank you very much. But if you like walking, the best city in Germany for walking is Nuremberg, because the entire old city of Nuremberg is walled off and they don't let vehicles in.
That'd be cool.
Pretty cool.
Just waved.
Yeah, no, the plan is not this trip, but when I go in the fall, I'll probably buy like the 2-month train pass. Because it's like 300 US or something, 350 US. It's just unlimited rail.
Always get the pass for two reasons. One, it's cheaper, and two, it's you never know when you're going to be trying to stagger back home, and that train pass comes in really handy.
Yeah, because I know I need to go up to Kiruna, Sweden, up to the very north. And then I have to go down to Milan, Italy for a conference. But I'm debating leaving the conference early to get on a cruise. That the cruise is going from Italy to Florida.
Berlin, the Berliners were great people. I'll just say this right now. And the people in Berlin were great to the U.S. soldiers that were stationed there. They actually came up with this thing that U.S. soldiers didn't have to pay to use any of the public transportation as long as we had our ID card on us. And of course, being soldiers, we had to have our ID card on us at all times. So all of the transportation in the city of Berlin was free to U.S. soldiers. Thank you, Berlin. I very much appreciate it. Yes. Otherwise, I'd have had to walk drunk 20 kilometers to get back to the barracks.
Oh, come on. You were a strong...
I was. That's a long damn walk. Okay.
You have been
especially when it was more of a lurch than a walk.
Yeah, when you're staggering, it doubles the amount of space you have to walk.
Exactly.
How's that work on a cruise ship? Because you're staggering, but then the ship's going the other way?
No, that's the advantage to being drunk on a cruise ship. The ship is moving under you. You're walking straight.
Not the people I saw.
You're defying gravity.
I watched one person, I'm not kidding you, somehow go backwards.
I do that on a flat floor that isn't moving.
Hey, John, do you remember the monorail project they had out there in Germany?
There were a couple cities that still have monorail.
Private chat over here now.
Right, by the Czech border. But no, Berlin had U-Bahns and S-Bahns and buses and taxis. They didn't have anything like a monorail. So.
Well, that thing, that's the one that had the really bad accident that got the whole thing shut down.
Ooh.
Yeah.
They had that one, and it's like over 100 years old. And what's really cool about it is they suspended this thing over a canal so that it wouldn't take land space away from the city. And it's, let me see, hang on. Find it here.
Actually, that is the old one. Hold on. There's another one that I'm looking for. No, that is it. Wait a minute. Oh.
Here we go. Let me see. Let me just search. Okay. Let me see if I can pronounce this in German. The Wuppertal Schwebahn.
Yeah, that's the one I posted.
Oh, have you posted it? Okay, hang on a minute. I'm trying to find it here.
It's in private.
Oh, yeah, it's in a suspension in Wuppertal, Germany. Oh, wait, it's German. Wuppertal. Okay. With a V instead of
Yes, that is. I've watched videos of that train. That is cool. Apparently, it shakes a lot.
Well, considering let's see, it started in it was started in 1897.
Wow.
And it's still in operation. So
that's pretty good.
Hey,
they built things to last in those days.
Well,
Yeah.
that was back when German engineering was actually German engineering and wasn't made in Taiwan.
By lowest bidder.
Oh, I know what it was I was talking about. The German maglev.
Ooh, I didn't get to do any of the high speed stuff because it's a bit like buying a first class ticket on a 747.
Don't get me straight.
Yeah, it's nice, but can you afford it? You know, it's.
Here it is.
Let's see here. I am trying to. Oh, here we go. I don't know if. Let me see. Let me see if I can find a video. Oh, I think. Shut up, you. Wait.
The way John's talking, he was there when that monorail opened.
No, he wasn't.
Not touching that.
Dan was.
Ronald Reagan was.
Maybe could have been.
Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this train.
I'm going to throw this up here. This is an interesting video because what they have done is they have taken a video from 1902 when this thing opened, and they've compiled it right side by side with a 2015 video of the same train going through the same area. Okay, so Joe, if you'll bring that up for me, I'll start the video.
Where did Joe go?
Thanks, Joe. Darn it.
I'll do it.
Would you throw it up there? Thank you, Dan. Let's see here.
That's cool.
That's cool. Look at this whole building.
Okay.
It's still there.
Yeah, they've been repainted, but
It's kind of weird. Yeah, I keep looking at places I used to go to in Berlin, and they've been replaced by these glass and steel buildings, and they don't look anything like what I saw when I was there.
I love how much faster the new one is.
I don't know that the train is faster so much as the camera is faster.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Look at the horse. Oh,
The
yeah.
frame rate. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, those trees were so nice there, too, and they've all been cut down. Man.
Oh, look at that tree before it grew up.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, it's a huge thing right there on the left,
Yeah.
right there.
Wow.
I don't know why more cities don't do trams like this.
Chattanooga used to have streetcars, and they don't have them anymore. It's kind of.
Well, the nice thing with this is you can duplicate like the road with the transit, right? Like we're putting in LRTs, light rail transit, through our city, and you're taking up now 3 times the space.
And here's
you got
where
the road, the train, and then you have to have a nature area so the sound isn't too loud.
Here's where it goes through downtown, and they put it over the canal so that it enters buildings and stuff, which is really cool.
Well, what happened to our trolley cars downtown is we turned them into electric buses.
Look at how much wider the creek was then than it is now.
Oh, yeah. Is
Well, it's
that
got
a
stuff
canal
growing.
or is it a river?
That's canal.
Okay.
But Germany's covered up with canals. I wouldn't believe how many canals are in Germany.
Modernization of the station.
Hey,
Well,
in the last 2 or 3 years, I've become an expert on canals. I swear.
They've started letting the canals grow up because it's the same thing as marshlands in the United States.
Oh.
They
Yeah.
realize they need the damn things. So
What are those people on the left doing? Oh, wait a minute. There's people on the right there.
Hitler.
It looks like they're walking. Wow. What a concept.
Germany is a very walking friendly.
Yeah.
You know. Well, wow, this
I'm
station's
being
no longer
snarky.
there. That's
I'm
Yeah,
just
that
being
station doesn't
snarky.
even exist.
We drive everywhere. We don't walk anywhere anymore.
New bridge.
Well, when you think about it, the country of Germany is about the size of North Carolina.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Whereas, America, if you want to go anywhere, it's hours.
Look at this.
Oh, yeah, that's totally different.
Yeah, this is the old Bahnhof versus the new Bahnhof. Look at this.
That's cool.
Train station. I'm sorry. I'm using the German term. Bahnhof train station. Yeah.
Look how many more people ride it now.
Oh man.
Carl, do you ever watch that guy that does Lost in the Pond?
Lost in the.
Now, wait. I want to stop right here and show y'all something here real quick.
No, I don't think I do, Joe.
Lawrence.
I love those things. Those are the Mercedes articulated buses. It's like two buses bolted together with an articulation
with a hinge in the middle.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I love how they took out a building and built a whole freeway.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, the Lawrence from Lost in the Pond says, in England, if you drive for 8 hours, you're
in Germany.
You're just about in Germany. In America, when you drive for 8 hours, you're just in the next state.
If you're
lucky. My parents.
Yeah, really, if you're lucky.
Or you can make it all the way to Dalton to visit HallowCon.
I'm stealing what the person just put on the front of that video.
What?
This channel has 637 subscribers, and the quality of this video's content proves it. What a great way to say you've got cheap cameras.
If you ain't selling, you ain't telling. Okay, that's
Adam Green. Is that the guy we? Yeah, that's a Starship 2X or whatever from your channel, Zach.
Adam Green. He's
Sure,
one of your kids. Hey.
Sure, I'll take credit.
Mm-hmm.
What was it? Australia has those trucks that have 3 trailers.
Mm-hmm.
Land trains.
The land trains. Yeah, because it's just that far between Australian cities, between east and west.
And they're not the little triples that we use. They're 53 footers.
Oh, yes, sorry. No,
I was gonna
now
say,
I've connected dots. It's Adsy. Yes.
Yeah, it's Adsy.
I'll take credit for him.
Okay, yeah. So it's your fault, Zach.
If there's suddenly kangaroos running through the chat, yes.
Can you send him a? Can you? Well, I don't know if we have room right now. Can you? I was going to say, can you send him a link, get him on the show? But because
yeah, give it a try. I just came in to say happy retirement, Dan, and I can bow out if need.
Actually, honestly,
no.
Did Dan just fall asleep on us already?
No, I didn't fall asleep on you. Oh, I was just thinking, it'd be real nice if Carl didn't fall asleep on us, but
I don't know.
I know.
Carl's getting close to the bottom, so sleep's not far behind.
And I know exactly what that bottle is, and I know exactly what it does. However, it is rocket fuel for the imagination, and
Carl, does this mean you're going to lay down on the floor again tonight?
Kiri.
No, I only do that in the green room.
Was that a request?
Kiri, this is the bottle I was going to share with you at
if Don asked me.
Oh,
If what?
Damn ears again.
You were gonna share that with me at HallowCon if I made it there.
Yes.
Oh,
I bought that just for you. And
Instead, he shared it with himself.
Now I got to drink a whole bottle of whiskey by myself.
It's sad.
That'll never happen unless you stay home.
You were talking about going to Conuga and drinking, and apparently they plied you with cheap alcohol. Oh, I think they were trying to take advantage of you, Kiri.
Oof.
Anyway, I decided I was going to buy a quality bottle of alcohol.
See, John's trying to bribe
Supply
you
you
with
with alcohol.
expensive liquor.
Mm-hmm.
Not the cheap shit.
I can't handle whiskey. I'm not gonna lie. I've tried it, and I'm not a whiskey person.
Really? Well, that stuff's very smooth. That's particularly why I bought it. Is it doesn't have a strong flavor or anything.
All right.
It's just
Fireball.
Yeah, I'm not a whiskey drinker either. Most of the whiskeys I have had, I've said, no way, never again am I having this crap. But the Tullamore Dew is good and smooth. So
yes, it is. Yes, Carl. So is Bushmills.
Oh, okay.
I used to keep alcohol.
Oh,
there he is. Okay. I used to keep alcohol here at the house, but my younger brother, who was in the United States Marine Corps, left active duty and came home.
Uh-oh.
And strange enough, every bottle of alcohol in the house disappeared.
That you should have bought him a box of crayons.
So
with them?
when all my alcohol disappeared, I realized I still had this bottle of moonshine that a friend of mine from Tennessee National Guard had made and sold me at a National Guard annual training event. I still had this bottle of moonshine in a mason jar. And I said, that jackass from the Marine Corps is going to drink all my alcohol if I don't hide it.
Mm-hmm.
So I put it in with my cleaning supplies, like my
Jesus Christ,
like my acetone and my mineral spirits and stuff like that. And I labeled the top of the mason jar lacquer thinner. So I still have a bottle of moonshine sitting in the other room that says lacquer thinner on the top of it. Just to keep it.
And how long has it been aging?
Let me rephrase that. Hopefully keeping the Marine from drinking it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I fully expected to come home and find all of my acetone and lacquer.
Mm-hmm.
And how long have you had that?
I thought it said thinner liquor. Sorry.
That would have been 19. I've had it here in the house since 1998. I bought two jars from it. One I drank, the other one I kept as a keepsake. So it's. Hang on a minute. I'll be back.
In a while.
Oh, it's fixing to disappear.
Hey Dan,
Welcome to the party. Yes.
Remember the Liberty Con where I got the two NASA administrators so drunk they couldn't walk?
What the hell did you do? So you're the reason we have SLS and Starliner?
It's all Joe Dog's fault.
Well, believe it or not, Zach, that's about the right time.
Just so
I'm
y'all
blaming
know,
you
pretty
for
sure this is
everything.
I'm pretty sure this is what is commonly referred to as sugar liquor. Okay. I don't think it's really good moonshine.
Is it still sealed?
I'll be the judge of that.
Yeah,
Pass it over.
Yeah. Hey, Dan will tell you, Zach, the rule was if the jar was opened when someone wanted to have, sample, if the jar was open, it couldn't be capped back off till everybody had a sip.
Strange enough, Joe, you will like this. I found a recipe for apple pie.
Look at Zach's the only one shaking his head no.
But it involves Everclear, which
Ooh,
but
that's
Big in this area.
I thought about modifying the recipe to include this. So I'm trying to figure out what to do with this other than just drink it by myself.
Hey, Dan. Oh, Adsy would enjoy my little jar of pleasure, wouldn't he?
Please never say that.
Boy, that sounds wrong.
Please no.
Joe Dog, have you ever thought about hiring an editor?
Yeah.
Is that
And then hire an editor for that editor.
is that what the kids are calling it these days?
Okay. No. Let me explain something to y'all about the guy that made this. Okay. He wasn't making enough money from the National Guard to go on annual drill. It actually cost him money to leave his job and go to the National Guard. So when he got stuck down in Georgia at Fort Stewart at the National Guard training facility, he brought several cases of this with him to make money to make up for what he lost by going to National Guard.
And he managed to finance an entire house and 5 acres of land.
Pretty much.
And
I bought 2 of these from him just because I knew how hard off he had it. So and of course we drank one there at camp or Fort Stewart, excuse me. And I kept the other one.
Like will never be the same.
But here's to give you an idea how cheap this guy was. Okay, this is a Golden Harvest mason jar. This is the brand of mason jar that Dollar General store sells.
Mm-hmm. I recognize the name, yeah.
Made in China. This is not an actual American mason jar. That is how cheap this guy was.
It could have been worse. He could have used one of those that the spaghetti sauce comes in.
Tobacco jars are pretty good for that.
I will give Bertelli credit for one thing. They use actual mason jars for their spaghetti sauce. That's why I buy it at Costco.
I've got to wonder about the seal on that, John. I'm wondering if that's still good.
It is not vacuum sealed.
Oh, uh-oh.
But it is alcohol.
There's enough alcohol content in it. It will.
I'm pretty sure there are no living organisms inside the jar. I'm pretty sure if I drink this, I won't be a living organism.
That's what I was wondering.
Uncle Carl, let me put it this way.
Take a whiff.
That
John.
jar probably has a higher alcohol content than I do.
Uh-oh. Hey, Dawn.
Yeah. Oh, Kelvy.
As long as this has been sitting around at my house, I'm willing to bet that you could do surgery with this.
Mm-hmm.
Just swab it on the wound before you cut them open.
You would
have that on the wound. You won't have to cut them open.
Let him drink that and they'll grow another kidney.
Just so you know, y'all notice. Let me see if I can show you. The green screen effect is kind of weird. There's nothing floating in this. Okay, it's been sitting in my storeroom since 90, a quarter century. Okay, at least.
Oh,
and there's nothing floating in this. The only thing that's on the top of the lid is flipping Sharpie marker. I mean, and the Sharpie marker is starting to smear. That ought to tell you how good the alcohol is.
It's coming through the brass, folks. It's coming through the brass.
Dan, I wonder how smooth that stuff is aged.
It doesn't age in a glass jar.
I think we need to have a taste test.
Yeah, you need to bring.
I'll tell you what.
Save of white oak with it. So
I was actually saving this one.
Let's hear what IMT has to say. What did you say?
Saying, if you want to age it, you need to stick a stave of charred white oak in it. American white oak, just one stave.
Exactly.
In there, and it'll have a nice color and a nice vanilla-y flavor to it after a few years.
Strangely enough, I do have a bag of charcoal down in. We have a charcoal grill in the backyard. I do have a large bag of charcoal out in the garage.
Just make sure it's American white oak.
I'm not sure what's in it. It may be particle board. I mean, it is a bag of charcoal. It is not an expensive bag of charcoal. Okay.
Yeah, maybe not.
We are talking about a company that somebody once found a Nokia cell phone in their bag of charcoal that had been through the charcoal process.
And it still worked.
And it still worked.
Wow.
I am not kidding to you. I after we bought this charcoal grill, I joined this charcoal grill's Facebook page, and somebody mentioned, and one of the jokes was all the crap they find in their charcoal bags. Like, they typically make molding for houses out of either, in the United States, out of either pine or oak. Okay. And the companies that use oak to make their molding and their furniture and stuff like that will sell the scrap to the charcoal companies, who will then burn it to make charcoal. Okay. So you will find bits of quarter molding and all this molding you'd see around your house will be charcoaled in these bags because they bought the scrap and turned it into charcoal. And somebody was, and people just love showing, yeah, here's a piece of quarter round molding or whatever that I found in my bag of charcoal.
There's some ground mold.
And somebody found a Nokia cell phone.
God damn.
In their bag. Well, hang on a second. Maybe I saved the picture.
Oh, it's just charcoal.
Ted's got quite the collection of Jim Beam bottles, and they come in a lot of times they come in the boxes. He bought some that were in the boxes, and he opened them up, and there was still alcohol in some of these.
Ooh.
And they're from 67 or 63, something like that.
Oh.
And this is back when he was still drinking, so we taste tested. One was really good, one wasn't very good.
That kind of reminds me of the time when I was given possession of a Ford Thunderbird from the 70s in a divorce settlement. And I opened the trunk and slammed it closed real quick, turned around and said, Jimmy Hoffa.
Who makes the it's called Devil's Cut.
Jim Beam.
Jim Beam.
Okay. I thought it was a brand of chewing tobacco there for a second. But
what Jim Beam does is they when they run a barrel through,
they steam the alcohol out of the charcoal in the barrel. And they call that Devil's Cut because you can't get it out of the barrel because the barrel absorbs it. So they figured out a method of using steam to get this alcohol back out of the charcoal. And then they put it into a bottle and sell it, and they call it Devil's Cut. So it's basically
fucking amazing.
Alcohol. Yeah, it's like half charcoal, half alcohol. It's horrible.
Yeah.
Don't they have an equivalent called the Angel's Cut, which is the best?
Angel's Cut is the vapor that comes off of the barrel that basically evaporates, but they figured out some way of containing the barrels so that they can capture the evaporation out. And again, it sucks.
Yes, and I love Jim Beam, but that's like the shittiest thing ever.
Oh my god, I love the Devil's Cut.
Really?
Yes.
Figures.
it's literally the bottom of the barrel.
Yes.
no,
Literally.
it's the entire barrel. Uncle Carl, is that Tullamore? Do you drinking the aged in bourbon casks?
All Irish whiskies aged.
I
in
think
bourbon
it's just
casks.
a regular old Tullamore Dew.
Okay, that's just fine.
It was really cheap. It was on sale for Christmas with a pair of socks. I have been buying. It's only $1 more expensive than the regular. But this is Ethel. Okay.
And it was aged in Jamaican bourbon barrels.
Oh
we
no!
We were over at our Benny's last weekend, and Donna said, "Are you going to go over and get your stuff for HallowCon?"
Hey,
No?
John.
I said, no,
Hey,
it lasts till HallowCon.
look up into the upper right of the screen.
I saw it.
That is the first time since HallowCon 2020.
I'm sorry. I don't. Oh, please remove someone before adding another. Who is trying to get in here?
Rich.
Rich.
Oh, I thought he was phoning his
You
wife.
snooze, you lose.
I can leave if Rich needs in.
I
Well,
can as
that
well
went
because
quick.
I just wanted to tell Dan, happy retirement, sir. Long live.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
And
Bye,
please,
Cap.
please attend the green room tomorrow night.
Yeah.
I will do my best.
All right.
All right.
You're
Good
welcome.
night.
sir.
Thanks
Thank
for
you
dropping
showing
by.
up. Okay.
We appreciate your sacrifice for Rich.
Really.
Hey,
It's
Rich.
the first time I ever attended a human sacrifice.
I'm back.
It wasn't so painful, was it?
That was quick.
No kidding.
As long as it's
just
not
so y'all
you,
know,
it's never painful.
Is she happy now?
I was
I'm
trying
happier,
to
yeah.
figure out a way to show you this picture of the Nokia phone that the guy found in the bag of charcoal, but I can't figure out a way to get it from my computer to here.
Share screen.
I tried that; it wouldn't do it. It
That's 'cause-
wouldn't let me
that's
share
'cause we're
a picture
full.
from my computer to this screen. So I put it in stupid o'clock. Now let me see if it will let me.
That's cool because everybody can see it then.
Oh wait, I gotta. Might help if I go to stupid o'clock first.
Why would you want to do that?
Yeah, nobody wants to do that, from my opinion.
Yeah, nobody. That's why we're maxed out of people.
We're getting better. Hey, it's only taken us 3 years to get up to this many people. Okay.
And you had to have a special occasion, you know?
Hey,
Dan. Woo.
I was gonna say, wasn't HallowCon? Weren't we? Well, we were all in one picture except for Dan.
I don't, I just realized we got 10 people here. I don't know if Joe can actually bring this up. There we go. That is the Nokia cell phone that the guy found in his bag of charcoal for his tomato grill. The guy. So,
Yeah.
and here's what's funny. It still worked.
Whoa.
Now, I don't know if that's true or not because he never actually showed pictures of it working, but he said it still worked. So.
We'll take his word for it because it's a good story.
Yes.
He's like a fisher. He was probably a fisherman of some sort. Had to make the story.
Meanwhile, somebody at Kingston is going, "Where's my phone?"
Yeah, somebody at the Tomato Joe. I think he got that out of if I remember the story correctly, he got it out of a bag of cowboy charcoal.
Oh,
somebody at the cowboy charcoal factory is going, "Where the hell is my cell phone?"
Somebody call me. Somebody call my phone.
Somebody call my phone. Meanwhile, at a barbecue in Wisconsin. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, 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 boop. And the guy is sitting here grilling steaks going, "What the fuck is that?"
Why is my fire ringing?
Do you need to answer that? No, it's just my phone.
Is my bag of charcoal making cell phone noises? Boop, 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 boop.
Is somebody calling my charcoal?
Oh, that reminds me of I don't know if this is an urban legend or what, but supposedly in Sweden, the birds have that song.
Sorry.
They've heard it.
Yeah.
Times in the woods that they have now
The
incorporated.
crows. The crows and the mockingbirds.
They're singing what?
Mockingbirds, I would believe.
Yeah, mockingbirds are actually replicating cell phone noises.
There was once a pair of budgies that was kept in a pool hall, and they reproduced the clicks and clacks of somebody playing pool.
Yes. Oh, I don't know if you ever watched after Nick's show. Okay, Nita Lanning and
Daphne.
Thank you, Daphne. Have a show, and Daphne's birds imitate her smoke alarm.
Wow.
I thought smoke alarm was going off. No, the damn birds have learned to imitate the sound, and so all through her show you'll hear beep, beep. And you're
I
like,
have trouble listening to that when I have my like earbud in because it's so loud. It's one reason I don't watch their show a lot because that's so loud it hurts.
yeah, it's loud.
And I don't like
Carl, who is that guy that does the reaction videos? And he's always stepping over a corpse wearing one croc.
Oh,
you know who I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know who you're talking about because you posted some of this stuff in the humor group.
Yeah, he's got one out that says, "Tell me you're black without saying you're black," and then the guy goes, "Well, it's like beep." Oh, wow, shit. And then it went to some. That is such a false beep. The smoke detector's always going off, and then it goes to him, and he goes, "I fixed that shit right away," and he's up on a ladder putting his battery in.
Hey Joe.
Yeah.
Bring up that thing I just posted there.
Uh-oh. That's scary.
Oh, here we go. It's muted.
Oh.
You're
That's awesome.
Wow. Amazing creatures. Amazing.
I could have so much fun with a bird like that.
No, not like that.
Oh,
Joe,
no.
everybody that's
No.
watching, no.
I'm sure there's a law against that. I'm sure.
There is some guy in Australia who they've got these birds that mimic, kind of like minor birds. And he went out there and he started playing flute music to the bird.
Flute music.
And the bird started mimicking the flute music back to him. Well, he died like 20 years ago. But here's what's funny. This entire area where he used to live now repeats flute music that he taught these birds to, because they have taught it to other birds, and it's slowly spreading across Australia that all of these birds are playing his flute music. They've taught it to one another.
Those birds that you're talking about, they're an Indian minor bird, and they're highly, highly intelligent. They're everywhere. They were imported, or they flew in from Papua New Guinea somehow. But they're so intelligent that they'll actually knock the eggs out of another breed of bird's nest, lay their own eggs, and then allow the bird that nested originally to raise their own eggs.
Wow.
We have a bird like that in the United States. It's a starling, I think it's called.
Oh God, I hate those things.
That will go in.
Joe.
It will. No, there. Some English poet wrote a poem about starlings in England, and some American who loved the poem imported these starlings into the United States, and they have become an invasive. Think cane toads. Okay, you're in Australia. You know what cane toads are.
Yeah.
I don't have to explain this to you.
No.
Okay. And they will go in, find a bird's nest, knock the birds out, knock the eggs out of the bird's nest, lay their own eggs in the bird's nest, leave and leave those birds to raise the babies as their own. And sales of pellet rifles have increased exponentially because of these.
Literally right before sunset, you can see this black cloud just move
across the sky,
and then just all of a sudden flip upon itself.
Dan.
We lost Dan.
Uh-oh.
Man.
Oh no!
Man down.
Dan.
Did we?
You
Okay,
didn't
he's retired.
lose
Retired.
me.
Okay.
Okay.
Retired just means I'm tired again.
Retired. Yes.
Hey Dan, are you watching?
Uh-oh.
That'll keep us
Uh-oh.
up the rest of the night.
Da, 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 da.
I can't get it down tonight.
Oh,
You don't.
That's what he said.
You don't need
Down
to tell
tonight.
me
That's
to
what
keep
Dan's
Dan up.
hoping
All
for.
I
Down
need is
tonight. Okay.
Dawn to let her hair down,
Do a little dance.
or any other.
Make a little love. Get
There we
down.
go.
Hey, Joe.
Okay, there we go.
Dan. Dan.
You okay,
Now
Dan?
my batteries are recharged.
Dan. Dan.
That's all it took.
I'll be back in a second.
Hey, Dan.
Being his bunk.
Hey, long story
Pretend to go to
short,
sleep. If you
Long-
pretend to go to sleep, you think her shirt will come off? It's just-
I should be so damn lucky.
hey, long story short, I hear the train honking for the right of way.
Oh dear.
Yeah, you can find some ice cubes, John.
Here's the thing. In Joe Dog's case, it's not honking for right away. It's honking because the brakes are out.
Old Charlie stole the handle and the train
it's
won't
like that
stop
alarm
going, no, it was too
when
slow
Joe
down.
starts honking, it's like that alarm at the nuclear
Wrong Joe,
power plant
bitch. Wrong
that-
Joe.
that the reactor's about to explode.
Ah.
So Zach, what do you have to tell us about rockets?
Yeah, Zach.
Not a clue. I haven't been watching
No,
Rockets.
Fuck you, man.
Not even the ones where the heads come off.
Huh?
Not even the ones where the heads come off.
Yeah, I was starting to say if you play with it often enough, the top pops
There you
off.
go. See, that's,
Oh man.
The whole head came off.
Oh man.
one of these days he's gonna grab the wrong prop and Dawn could really impressed. Okay, it's-
I'm waiting for
Batteries
Black
not
Friday.
included.
okay. So we have had, just so y'all know, we have had quite a few rocket launches,
Twisted, the head falls off.
and I would like to give Zach.
See, that's why you had to be gentle.
Thanks, Zach. I'm trying to do serious science stuff here.
Oh, sorry.
Shut up, John.
Like anybody's going to believe you'll ever be serious. I mean,
I'm serious.
Michaela said we're making it hard for her to write.
Oh my gosh! Oh, why is this not working? Oh, the studio's full. Who's?
Joe Dog is here,
I
but
don't
off
know if anybody's
screen.
going to complain, but
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, Emily.
Hey, Emily!
Hello.
Okay, now. Okay.
How was
all
my
I
favorite
realized
hairdresser
now,
tonight?
I had to kick Joe out to bring Emily in, so Joe can't get back into
Hey, I am
So
not
that's
going
kind of rude,
to. I'm not going to volunteer. to put Blue Dog back in, so I'll stay here.
I'm only gonna be on here for a little bit because with my new job I have to go to bed early. So
Boo.
We're hoping you
I
keep
know.
Joe out of here until 11 o'clock.
Is it still
You
going
only
well?
stay in here for 48 minutes. Come on. Or 38 minutes. Excuse me.
Yeah.
or just
Just leave
fall
your
asleep
screen
in the
on.
chair. Just pull a Dan.
Yeah.
Keep
Go
Joe
ahead
outta
and go to
here.
sleep. We'll keep your room there.
We should just all go to sleep. Just everyone.
Oh, Lord.
so happy retirement, Dan.
Thank you. Thank you, my dear.
Thank you, Emily.
He's already had his first official nap.
I've had about 5 since I got home.
Yeah, Dan, I am curious. Are you officially retired?
I never have to go to work again.
That's what I wanted to know. Okay.
Did you make a mess on the way out?
A small one.
Even Chris agrees. We're doing
That-
Joe Dog a favor.
That depends on whether or not you count the effect that my voice seems to have on women.
You're
See, John, what
embarrassing,
you
not
need
a
to
fair.
do is get Emily up where you're at. Whoever's got ops, because then Dan would be between me and Emily.
Oh.
I should be so lucky.
Oh, I see how you are now. Who are you?
That's Joe Dog.
That's Joe Dog. And Private Joe. I see who you are now.
And Chris is here now. We can't let him in the room either.
We can't let the HallowCon people into the HallowCon stream.
Okay, I will leave for Chris if need be.
Hey, the cult of Chris is all powerful.
Hey, everybody, I'll see you some of you tomorrow night, okay?
But I can get back in here.
I knew that was about to happen. I was just about to
As
say.
long as you didn't kick Emily out.
Wait a minute, Carl. Oh,
He's already gone.
Damn it! I'm about to say if Carl leaves, I can't guarantee we can keep Joe out. Okay. I love you, Joe. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's be over an open fire at the Tangy barbecue sauce.
What, I don't get one, John?
Oh, you want one? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. There we go.
Oh
Okay.
my gosh, yeah, he's right next to
You realize when I do that, Dawn, you have to actually lean in just a little.
Well, there's a taco in my way.
Tacos.
Okay. Don't touch her.
Taco.
Stop putting the taco on YouTube.
There for like 4 weeks.
Not the green room, not the green room, not the green room.
I just told myself.
Retirement
Not forget
party.
that the taco
John,
came from
you
Lindsay.
really do love kissing Don's taco.
Oh,
don't
the
you?
fur.
Who doesn't? Who doesn't love kissing Don's taco?
John, that's the lettuce.
Is that what that is? Lettuce? Why does it remind me of a cactus? Oh my god.
Well, Dawn's gone.
It's like a Brillo pad. Oh my god.
Someone call her some help.
I have
Now I know why they call them SOS pads.
Oh my god. Oh,
Just resuscitate.
oh.
Clear.
Stitch there, Stitch.
Okay,
Come
that's all
on,
the
John.
jokes I come up
You were
with right now.
you were telling us about the place in Berlin, and now you're objecting to kissing a taco. And nobody
just
even
never
told you
know
to
with
take your
Joe.
clothes off so you get to the 5th floor.
You know,
I didn't even make you have to use a key.
I have been stuck in barbed wire before, and it is nothing compared to that. Okay,
No, Chris Thessaly has not shown up yet. Is she trying to?
you know, I was just thinking about that earlier. We have not seen Thessaly. We have not seen
Have we not
Hello,
seen
nurse.
Foxy or anyone?
Heather?
Heather. Thank you.
I'm scared for Green Room tomorrow.
Amy said hi. She just went to bed or whatnot a little bit ago. She says hi and
Hi,
happy
Amy.
retirement to you.
Get her in the camera. Say hi.
They're already in the bedroom. I don't want to go in there. They're already in the bedroom.
Chicken shit. No, I'm kidding.
I am. No, I don't want to go in there and see that.
Welcome to my world. Okay.
Gee, Kathy, thanks.
Oh, hey, Andrew's here. Ah, okay.
Okay, John, did you actually have a serious question though, or no?
Oh, well, what I was going to ask you, Zach, was about rocket launches this week because I noticed there've been quite a few. So,
Sure.
Two guys.
have they?
Been one.
How did the splashdown go? Or have
That's
they-
tomorrow. They keep
That's
delaying.
tomorrow. Okay.
Yeah, I was about to say we run at 2 that got scratched yesterday.
Yeah. 7-13, they ran the clock again, and there was clouds.
That's what I
Like
thought.
there always is in California. There's always clouds. So yeah,
Thank
they
you,
keep
Ace.
running the clock, but they don't launch anything. So
Hey,
Yeah, I
you're
tried-
just putting more oxygen back in the atmosphere.
I tried to watch the what was the Starlink one, the Florida launch, and when they canceled it, which I knew it probably wasn't going to go off with that weather they had yesterday.
yeah, they launched one last night called PACE, which is the polar something plankton ocean ecosystem climate something.
Yeah.
It's a
Well-
$948 million Earth observation satellite. For
Yeah,
now.
Zach, I'm just going to tell you. Last night I was on the TV in the bedroom, and since you weren't on yet, I was on that other channel. Their coverage sucks.
Oh, thank you.
I couldn't find the remote to turn it off. It was like, come on, guys, there's stuff
You had
happening.
to watch it. Oh, no!
I mean,
Yeah.
they did not talk from
Joe Dog, where did you
Countdown.
hide the remote?
What?
Never mind. Don't answer that. Don't answer that.
The cat was laying on it.
Dan, Joe Dog did not hide the remote. Donna did. That's her revenge.
Also,
I'm not touching that line either.
But yeah, they did not talk until after stage set.
Not surprising.
Yeah.
And ran most of their camera footage.
Not surprising also. Yeah, we're working on getting our own stuff down there, but no, I was renovating this. I'm fighting a flu, but I was also renovating the studio yesterday. So I finished my lights 10 minutes or 20 minutes before I was supposed to go live.
Different.
So you're actually setting up the Fludio?
Sure.
Dan, you might not want to retire after all.
Why? I've got this great career ahead of me as a comedy writer.
No,
for
you don't.
people that will never make it.
Yeah, the biggest thing with last night's launch that was odd-ish. SpaceX has done southern polar launches for the last couple of years from the Space Coast. But last night was the first time NASA's done a mission with it.
Yeah.
But if SpaceX's dog leg was going to launch to 5 o'clock and turn to 6 o'clock, NASA was like, we're going to outdo them. So they launched to 5 o'clock and then turned to 7:30 and flew over Miami. So they actually flew back over the state of Florida during second stage flight.
Doesn't that put them over Cuba?
It missed Cuba. It turned so much it missed Cuba. The one SpaceX normally does if they're going south goes over Cuba. Because that was a big deal about 2 years ago when they started doing it again. Right. Because the last time they did it, NASA did it and then dropped a rocket and they killed a cow. And that shut off the entire Space Coast from launching to the south.
You can't kill the cow.
No,
Yeah.
they dropped a booster on a cow in Cuba.
I don't know why the cow didn't move.
Move.
Oh, the cow mooed. All right.
Ever since then, NASA has had to put horns on their rockets to scare away the cow.
Are you?
It was a smash burger.
How does a rocket not scare off a cow in general?
Well, when it's not firing its engines, it's actually surprisingly quiet.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. I thought it was in motion.
So if you've seen that TikTok or Instagram story of the person that throws a granite ball off a dam and then it flies and then they show the fish just minding its own business and getting wiped out, this was the cow version 55 years ago. Cow's just chilling and then just a booster smacks it across the screen.
I wonder if it'll be friends with me.
I was gonna say that's just called Southern fishing.
Oh, I misspelled. How stupid do you have to be to misspell Cuba? Okay, there we go.
How many drinks in are you?
About 7 fewer than me.
Now, here's the big question for, an hour, 30 minutes into the show. Adsy, do you sort of wish you stayed home?
I was gonna say, are you on vacation somewhere? Because I saw you drinking a tropical drink. It looks like daytime. I was gonna ask where you are, Adsy.
No, that's just how badass his house is.
I wish.
This is how I live. I'm living literally in a man cave. Yeah.
I like this guy more and more the more he talks. Let me tell you.
Check it out.
It looks like it's daylight, or is it daytime?
I'm in Australia.
Okay, yeah. That explains the accent.
So just keep talking, Edsy. Just keep talking.
Oh yeah, you're looking
their
there.
accents, ask Dan.
Yes, please. I need a vacation.
Where are you in Australia, if you don't mind?
Because she's stalking you now.
I think his camera froze.
Yeah,
he froze up.
Either that or he disconnected his Starlink and it's having a
I actually
handover.
have a few friends in Australia.
Because his internet is exclusively Starlink.
Hey Zach, what's your YouTube channel?
The Launchpad.
Say that one
The
more time.
Launchpad.
Oh, the Launchpad. Okay.
That's the main one.
Yeah, the one whatever I
Brother, that's
one-
been spiked for decades.
Oh, we lost him.
Oh, look, lock the room. If anyone's in the outskirts wants to come in.
he's back.
Okay,
I have to reconnect. Never pick up your laptop.
Too bad.
But yeah, the one whatever I was watching last night, they didn't talk for like 20 minutes. And I was like, what in the crap?
Yeah, I know who you were watching. I'm not surprised. They do every week because that's how they make their money.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably the same one Joe was watching too.
Yeah,
So.
it was.
There's only two other ones. One talks half the time, the other talks all the time.
We know which
Yeah,
one
but the
Joe
one
Dog
that
runs.
Well, the one that talks all the time, don't know what that. Never mind.
Yeah, they don't know what they're talking about.
We're talking about people talking all the time. Come on, Adsy.
What would you like?
Don, do you want his phone number?
Oh, wait, I love doing this. Say butterfly.
Butterfly.
A butterfly.
Butterfly. Hello, hello, hello. What we have here then? No, that's British. I'm actually a Kiwi. I'm a New Zealander that lives in Australia.
Okay.
So I don't have the full Australian accent. I've got quite a clean English accent. It's probably the cleanest English accent that you'll hear pretty much anywhere. It's very neutral.
Australian-ish. It sounded more that way.
I can speak like an Aussie. G'day, mate. How you going?
But
Go
did
down
you
the
grow
shops,
up in New
go down the
Zealand?
pub and have a beer, mate.
Okay.
Yeah,
Australian accents always sounded like a New Zealand accent, but it's countrified if you went through the U.S.
Yeah.
I
It
can
would sound.
understand that, Reverence. Yes.
Yes, it would sound like me and Dan.
New Zealand would be like Georgia, and Australia would be like Alabama. So,
Yes.
I can agree with that. I
Yeah.
can agree with that.
Well, then where would I fit into all of that?
New Zealand.
Right
Russia.
nicely.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you think so, Dan?
Yeah, you'll be a Russian.
You're like,
yeah.
you're like the tooth on top.
That's
Yeah,
not
you're
right.
way up there. You're way up there, Canadian.
Oh no, that's not Canadian. But I did hear when Zach is talking, and all of a sudden
That's
he
almost
goes,
like
"Ooh."
You're almost doing
Now,
like the
now,
Aussie
the
accent.
problem with saying Canadian is there are actually Canadians that like look at each other and go, "Fuck you, you fucking fuck." And
Yeah, Edmonton and Calgary.
Let's go about.
There's Minnesotans that do that too.
yes,
But no one knows a Minnesotan.
it's like the difference between Minnesota and Wisconsin. Wisconsin. Yeah.
Wisconsin.
I'm being from Jersey.
It is.
Oh,
it is
you gotta
kind
watch
of,
out for them Chia's heads over across the border, eh?
Oh, we're gonna go to the ODR and shoot
Yeah,
the puck around and have a couple of Timbits there, eh?
Oh,
the thing is, when you're in Wisconsin, you want to go 3 C's up the road. You want to hang a left on C, go about another 2 C's up the road to D, and then you're going to turn right onto J.
okay, that's okay. The Georgia version of that. Well, you head on down the road till you see that big old oak tree, and then you turn right, but you don't really want to turn right. You want to turn kind of right.
Just
And then you head on down that right until you see the big rock on the side of the road.
No.
You take that left past the rock, not quite past the rock, just a little bit past the rock. And then when you get past the
It's
rock,
the
go down the road about 3
boulder.
miles, you'll see a cow. Now, the cow may have moved, but if you see that cow, you hang that left there, and you're almost there. Okay, that's
Oh.
true. Okay.
No, it's down there by the oak tree. It's not there anymore.
That's a Minnesota thing. Cappy, I have the accent. When I get really excited, it does come out.
As an American who has spent time overseas, okay, Americans do speak multiple languages that most Europeans can't understand.
All of them are a form of English, but not
Well,
quite.
are they though? They're a form of Americanish.
I've said this to Zach before, and I'll say it again: is that when they look down at America, it's like North Florida. Okay, they don't see. Yeah, they don't see just one American city here or there, whatever. They see North Florida. Okay, so everything we do is pretty much Florida man to a Canadian.
Yeah, redneck Riviera. I mean, hey.
Yep, wear cowboy hats and eat cheeseburgers. Sorry.
But you take Louisiana too. You've got about 15 or 20 dialects in Louisiana.
No,
some of them
and that's just in one county.
And that's
yeah.
No,
You
they
got
don't call
30
them
or 40
counties.
dialects in a bar.
They don't call them counties in Louisiana. They're called
parishes. No, yes, you're right.
I thought
I was about to say, Alabama, you go to Bayou La Basse. I mean, it's might as well be in your.
It might as well be France.
Parish.
Yeah,
yeah.
Louisiana.
To defend my fellow Georgians, we would refer to antebellum mansions that have not been there for 50 years, but we know where the chimney stubs stick above the. Okay, you go to where the old Smith place used to be.
The old sawmill. The old sawmill or
you
something.
hang a hard right at the 5-way dirt road intersection. And if you're not going uphill, you took a wrong turn.
Okay. There are literally directions in Chattanooga, Tennessee that go by. Do you remember the old Kmart?
The same here. Yeah.
Kmart hasn't been there in 20 years, but people remember. You remember the old Kmart?
Atlanta, turn right at the Big Chicken.
John,
that's
Kmart, the Kmart that you're referencing hasn't been there in 37 years.
Well, I was going to reference Sears and not Sears, but Service Merchandise. I go up there. That thing ain't been.
This is another good one.
Yeah.
Okay. Another favorite one. Do you remember where the old IHOP was? That's okay.
Well, I don't know about it there, but I do.
Chattanooga, there was an area called Northgate Mall, and the main
entrance
to Northgate Mall was next to the IHOP, the International House Pancake, and it was one of these old A-frame blue and orange IHOPs. Okay,
that looked like a Dairy Queen.
Look, yeah, and it's they tore that thing down 30 years ago. Okay. And they moved the IHOP to a different highway across from the mall. Okay. But people still refer to that entrance as the IHOP entrance.
Yep.
Okay. And which confuses new kids because the IHOP is actually in between two entrances to it.
Well, John, actually the kids are referring to it now as the old Pandera entrance. But the problem is Pandera has moved to another area, and it's now not Jersey Mike's. Yeah, Jersey Mike's.
Oh, let's not even talk about the movie theater at Northgate Mall.
Which
they
one?
moved that damn thing twice since the original movie theater.
West Edmonton Mall had 5 theaters at the same time.
Yeah.
Since they meet at the theater.
Sounds like Owatonna.
Northgate Mall used to have a theater in the mall. They sold the building and then they moved the theater north of the mall. Okay. And it stayed there for years. I give you an example of how long ago that was. I saw Star Wars 42 times in that theater, the second theater. Okay.
No, if you saw Star Wars, it was in the mall theater.
No, it was at the one on top of the hill. Yes.
No, that was
by the IHOP entrance.
Okay. That was Empire up there.
No,
But the
that was Star
original
Wars.
was down at the main mall.
No. Because my
I
mom
remember
used
what-
to drop me off up there with money and then go shopping at Loveman's, Miller's, and
Yeah,
You
you
see
saw
what it's like
Empire.
living with these Chattanooga boys?
Anyway, that was where Star Wars was up at the second theater. Now later on,
Well,
they closed that down and they moved the theaters to a new facility south of the mall, which is still there, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We used to have 2 theaters, one in
Y'all have
McFarland
movies
Mall.
in Alabama? I'm impressed.
Yeah, used to have a
Gone with the
drive.
Wind just opened for the
Well,
first time.
Actually, had 3. Had a drive-in, and then had one at Bama Mall. All 3 of them are gone, and just have a big freaking superplex maybe theater. I can't remember what it is now.
May I please? I would just like to thank Kiri for not being an Avatar tonight.
Miss your pretty face.
Hey,
We do.
nothing wrong with the Avatar. It's just feel like their confidence is building, and I like that. I really like that. So
I definitely see that.
back to the madness. I'm sorry to interrupt.
Unless
Just wanted
your
to pay
avatar
somebody
is like a droid,
a compliment.
you don't get an avatar. Then nobody got that joke.
I didn't hear that joke.
No, but I could turn blue by holding my breath if you want me to.
Mr. Australia, what are you drinking on there?
Moonshine.
Homemade
Is it-
rum,
Oh, homemade rum.
mango juice.
Oh,
Now, now that you mention that, it makes me wonder. I'm thinking, okay, this is probably just sugar liquor. Okay. So technically, would this be white rum?
Depends
You
if it
could
comes
turn
from
it.
sugar cane. So if the sugar
Yeah.
came from anywhere other than sugar cane, it's not considered a rum.
Yeah.
yeah, but you slice up an apple and drop it in there. You're gonna have apple brandy. You slice up an orange and put it in there. You're gonna have some kind of fancy liqueur.
If I fry up some bacon and drop it in there, what do I get?
Fab.
A good
I'm
time.
asking for me. That's
whiskey.
Something that tastes real good with breakfast,
Yeah.
especially at an IHOP.
Yeah, like Dan said, put an apple in there, maybe put a little cinnamon sugar in there.
It's only 3:00, and I've already had 3 drinks.
It's got to be 5
Why are you
o'clock
drinking so
somewhere.
slow today?
Okay. Do you remember the
Oh,
glue line I
always up.
made for HallowCon?
Wait a minute. He's saying 3 a.m., isn't he?
Mm-mm.
No, he's
No,
like,
he's
No.
probably saying 3 p.m. 'cause it's
Oh
Australia.
Lord.
is
Okay.
it almost
it's-
4:20 in Australia?
It's a one-off. It's a one-off since I thought I'd just have a drink with you guys, and generally I wait till it's at least dark before I do any intoxicants. But yeah,
No, put the eggs away. Put the eggs away.
Are those from you, John, from HallowCon?
Yeah.
Oh gosh, she's got some too.
Oh no!
What is that?
Oh, Adzi, I just lost so much respect.
Audie, what was that?
It was
Eggs?
it's pickled cucumber. They're pickles.
Oh.
right?
They're pickles. Yeah.
Okay, I'm good
That's
with
not-
that. I thought it was
They're
like
pickles.
I thought there
They're
was
pickles.
That's
Pickles.
a big ass
Have you-
pickle.
good with pickle.
Okay.
I thought you were grabbing
Well, when
like
you grow cucumbers like this,
Yeah.
That is not
Damn.
a cucumber.
that's a
That is
cucumber.
me.
Oh, don't get me started on large cucumbers.
I think John just.
I am so not touching that line.
I'm so glad
Back
this
in a
is
moment.
recorded so I can get a screenshot of
You
Adzi
shouldn't be
just
touching
holding
other
both of
people's
those.
cucumbers.
Uh,
I think
I
John
live
just.
on. I live on a
Batteries not included.
I'm concerned about seeing John's cucumber.
I would be too.
Oh my.
Someone does need to add.
Will this better?
What is that?
Yeah, I can.
What is that?
Are those bugs or chilies?
Yeah,
Chilies.
it's chili. Yes.
I didn't know if there were chilies or days.
Oh,
I like this guy more and more. Let me tell you.
Yes.
He's
Yeah,
pretty
you
good.
need.
yes,
What?
and Carl is right. Carl
Is
is
that the
right.
head of your neighbor?
Get on that.
I was gonna say, is that a fish head?
No, you remember that big cucumber I was showing y'all that I grew those cucumbers last summer? That's the pickle.
Holy.
Holy.
Okay, let me see
You
if I
and
can.
Ben have such big cucumbers
There's actually, honey, where I live, everybody's got a big cucumber.
How would you know?
Adzi, I just sent you an invite on Discord. I'm sorry.
Because he goes to the
you have the
gym.
choice to join or not.
Yeah.
If you enjoy
Yeah.
this and then scale it to 100, that's what that Discord is.
Yeah, if you could,
No,
yeah, join us
screw it,
tomorrow.
Tiger.
Join us tomorrow night.
Tomorrow's not recorded.
Yeah, it's not recorded.
You can say whatever you want tomorrow. It won't be evidence against you.
It might be hashtagged though. It might be hashtagged.
Yeah.
Only the good comebacks.
I picked out some good ones to share last week for hashtag.
Yes,
There were
you
some
did.
good
Yes,
ones.
you did. Those were excellent.
Why is it so chunky?
Well, there's garlic and peppers and
Sweet
dill
drizzle.
and
I hope there's no sweet drizzle in there.
I was going to say, poor sweet drizzle had a lot of other things
Ah.
happening tonight. There was no sweet drizzling going on for
I
that
don't
poor
know if
guy.
you see all the chili peppers and jalapenos.
I see it at the bottom. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for John to drop this on his keyboard.
That's all right. The keyboard will simply disintegrate. It won't stop working.
mine.
Let me see if I can see that.
What is with y'all in big jars?
It's your big cucumbers.
I don't
You
know
gotta-
if you see that. There is a sprig of dill right there hanging underneath the pickle.
That's a big dill.
Boo.
Oh, man, I'm very impressed.
Big D.
Oh,
Hey, Don. You
Breaking
got
up
your
the
favorite
original.
sock?
What was that?
You got your favorite sock?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Not the crusty
That's
one,
right,
which is my
Canadian
son's
jars
favorite
are
sock when he was
smaller
a
that's their
kid.
happy sock. Okay, that's
Is that a gallon jar or is that a Canadian gallon jar?
that is an American gallon jar. And,
I'm just helping Don. Oh, Zach, get your butt back in here.
that
I
is
was
Okay.
128 fluid.
Because
is
No,
an
that
old,
was cruel.
that is an old Mount Olive kosher dills pickle jar that I picked
Here,
up
this is the same size jar as what John's holding.
in Canada. Yeah.
In Canada, things are
How
smaller.
big are
'cause it's colder.
Australian jars?
That's all right. That's all right. Their money is pretty.
It's toonies and loonies.
But no pennies, thank God.
Oh, they got
You
rid of
want
pennies?
some?
Yeah,
I
we got
can
rid
send
of
you
our
the-
pennies. Oh, we're probably at 10, 12 years ago now.
Well, it's been 20
I'm
years
still
since
That explains
collecting
why we have so many
Canadian
Canadian
pennies.
pennies. Yeah,
Yeah,
Canadian pennies.
you can collect them all you want. We won't use them. You're not allowed to use them at a store for the last 8 years. You can't use them they're not valid currency anymore. So you have to get enough and roll it up and then take it to the bank and then they'll give you 50 cents.
Yeah.
They did like a
And
3-year
this is a
window
problem.
where
How?
3-year tour.
Oh,
Sorry.
3-year tour.
I am getting
Sorry,
some meat,
um,
and I will probably
Looking at
join
my
you
sock,
guys
but
in
my
the
meat.
other room. I'll see you guys later.
Before my show starts,
Good night,
I
Emily.
have to go down the hall.
All righty.
Hey, Carl, you know that Meatloaf song? I had to think about who sang that. Objects in the rearview mirror are closer or smaller than they appear, or closer
Bonnie
than they
Tyler.
appear. Huh?
Bonnie Tyler.
The camera adds 10 ounces to the jar.
No, actually, that was Meatloaf. But objects in the rearview mirror may appear closer than they are.
So I was right.
Yeah. I've been on a Bonnie Tyler kick, and her and Meatloaf actually sing very much similar.
Be nice to me, John. No, you don't have to be nice to me, John.
Now, why should I be nice to you?
I
Give
know,
me
I just
one
thought about
damn
that
good
after I-
reason. Okay.
Yeah.
John, Bonnie Tyler and Meatloaf, most of their music was written by Jen Steinem.
Exactly. That's why their music always sounds alike. Once upon a time. Now I'm falling apart. Nothing I can say. Joe Dog is known for his part. Okay.
No, I deserve any kind of abuse I get from John. But eventually you will have overstayed that
Ice
well.
baby. Ding 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 ding. Ice baby. Ding, ding. Okay.
Come on,
John's gonna
stop.
bring back the ice
Yeah,
bucket challenge on Dawn.
Yes.
Hey, Thesis.
Hi, Thesis.
Okay. Let's see here. We got about less than 4 minutes left in the show.
Yep.
So somebody come up with something fun to say. Where are you from in Australia, Adsy?
The East Coast, mid-East Coast, subtropical Byron Bay, pretty much.
Okay. Do you know where Scarborough, Australia is?
Yes.
Cool. That is one of my bucket list things. Is one of these days I'd like.
Scarborough. Now that's in Queensland, if I'm not wrong, is it?
I believe so. It's on.
I
know
it's on the
east
east
Named after a country or a town.
It actually has a very nice beach. And
Scarborough. Yeah. Let me just. I think that's Brisbane, and to tell you the truth, Brisbane probably has the worst beaches out of the entire country.
I can believe it. Yeah.
Let me just double check. 1 second, because my screen's in front of. Here we go. Better.
Don't move the laptop again.
Yeah.
No, we're good. We're good.
From what I understand, it's very popular.
Pick it up and
it's
wave it
very
around.
popular with sailboats.
No, Scarborough's in New South Wales, the same state that I'm in. That's right. I think.
It's actually 2 minutes down the road.
No.
He lives in Scarborough. He just didn't know it. Okay.
No, that would be beautiful. That would be beautiful. It's just south of Sydney. I've been down that. Yeah, that's magical. That area.
Yeah, there's a highway and a train route apparently.
Yeah, no, that's
supposed to be
beautiful. Just
really,
there,
really
it's
cool.
it's very close to Sydney. It's about maybe an hour and a half away from Sydney, not even. And it's probably the first of the secluded beaches outside of south of Sydney, and it's very, very quiet, very beautiful. I've been in that region. I haven't been to that exact beach, but
now you got something to do this winter or summer. Your summer, our winter. Okay.
There's over 3,000 kilometers of pristine beach on the entire east coast of Australia, so it's hard to sort of hone into one. I've surfed the entire east coast. There's not many known surf breaks there, but I've surfed the entire east coast, bodyboarded, I should say, and mountain biked the mountains, the hinterland just out the back of it, pretty much the whole east coast as well. Honestly, it's paradise. The entire east coast of Australia, outside of any of the populated areas, is just absolute paradise. It's white sandy beaches as far as the eye can see. Yeah.
No, dog, does that wrap it up?
1
Yeah.
minute. We got 1 minute left in the show. So
Yeah.
it's that
But we
time
got-
at night
yeah.
we say good night, everybody.
Say good night, everybody. And one
Good
more,
night, everybody.
Good
one
night,
more time,
everybody.
Dan.
Good night, everybody.
One more time.